Hey guys, welcome back to Tracie's Place. I wanted to invite you along. I'm having a colonoscopy. I probably mentioned in a couple of videos back that I had one before and they found a polyp and I discovered I had diverticulitis. So when you have issues, with your colon, they find polyps or what have you, they want to see you back quicker than 5 years. Usually 5 years, you have one every 5 years after a certain age or what have you. Or some people have colon cancers and just different issues with their colon, and they are scheduled to have them either every year, every 3 years. But if everything is fine with you, most of the time after a certain age, you get them done every 5 years. So anyway, like I said, they found a polyp, in my colon. They removed it. It was non-cancerous. So I was still having some pains and, just different odd things going on. So the doctor wanted to do a colonoscopy again just to make sure. So I'm getting one done, and also an endoscopy so that they can check it from the top and down. So, as you all know, there are different things that I discuss on this channel because I also want to help people. A lot of times when you have different procedures or surgeries and things like that, you are nervous. Sometimes people don't ask, people around them how they dealt with it, or they might not know anyone who has gone through the procedure, and they're scared to open up and ask people about different things, or just nervous, period. And you just want to, know that somebody else has been through it, and, all of what that procedure or surgery or what have you entails. So, like I said, I like to help people in those situations, whether it's just to feel comfortable, just to knock down the fear level. I'll link a video down below also because my husband had hip replacement and I videoed that, and I've gotten so much feedback from that video of how it has helped people. How people they said they were nervous and scared, and just how the video put them at ease to see actually what happens before, during, and after the procedure, the healing process, the recovery and all that. So that's what I would like to do with this video as well, because sometimes when people hear you have to have a colonoscopy, it's like anything with an oppie at the end, it's kind of nerving or unnerving. So anyway, getting this done. And I just wanted to bring you along, of course, and let you I won't, of course, show you the procedure, but just let you know what happens and what will happen while I'm taking the prep. There's a prep that you have to take before the procedure to cleanse your colon out so that the doctor can see your colon really good. And there's, I think, 3 different kinds you can get, but I just picked this up. This is the CleanView. That's what I'm taking. They have something called a Movi prep, and I think that's what I took during my first colonoscopy, and for some reason I just don't recall that being the best experience, that Movi prep. It seems like there was a lot of liquid that you had to drink down in order to start cleansing your colon out for the procedure, and it was just it was not good. So anyway, my doctor gave me or prescribed for me this CleanView. And so I'm going to be taking that. It's a 2-dose because my procedure is early in the mornings, like one of the first ones of the morning. So I start taking this at 5 p.m. in the evening as my first dose, and then at 2 or 2:30 during the night, the morning of the procedure, I have to take another the other dose. So it's 2 16-ounce doses that I have to take. So when I open it up and get ready to take it for the first time, I'll show you the jar and all the contents and everything. But anyway, yeah, this is what I have to take. And so basically that's it. Just wanted to let you know that if you're nervous about this colonoscopy thing, about this endoscopy thing, I've never had an endoscopy now, so I've had to look up other videos and different things like that to see what would be going on. But I know they do stick a tube or stick a scope or what have you down your mouth, down your throat, I guess, and down into your stomach, and well, your colon from the top way. and peek into it that way. I'll tell you more about it afterwards because I'll have known more about it then. I will see you guys in a little bit, and I'll show you how to mix this stuff up. But this may not be how your doctor has you to mix up whatever he has prescribed for you. So this is just a video on my experience. This is not professional advice. It is not it's nothing legal or anything, but anyway, it's not professional advice. This is not what I'm telling you to do. This is just letting you see my process for my colonoscopy. So if you're getting one done, you follow whatever your doctor has ordered you to do, or whatever's on your sheets, your packet, or whatever that he gives you. Do whatever your doctor tells you to do. This is just an example, just to kind of ease your nerves about things and just kind of give you a general sense of what's going on. All right, so see you in a bit. Hey guys, it's the week before my procedure, so I'm going to take you all along with me. I have to go get blood work done today for my procedure. I'm getting my colonoscopy and endoscopy next week, so I have to get my blood work done today. They forgot to do it at my doctor's office, so. Is the plain view right out of the pack. This is how it looks. I have 3 pouches here. 2 are stuck together. This is dose 1, and dose 1 you empty all the contents in, and then when you take the second dose, it's dose 2 pouch A and then dose 2 pouch B. So I'm guessing that they are 2 different. I see here one says sodium sulfate and one says sodium ascorbate. So there's different ingredients in these 2 packs here. So anyway, my doctor has me taking a split dose, because I would imagine because my procedure is early in the morning. I guess if you have a late procedure, you may take, everything on one day. But since mine is early in the morning, I'm going to be taking this. And I have a 5 p.m. dosage, which I'm going to take right now. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. Now again, I said your doctor may have you following different directions, so do not pay attention to this as far as your directions. But this is just what I'm doing. I have to cut that open. Okay, so I'm emptying all the contents into this container, this jar that they gave me. Make sure you empty everything out. Okay, so you're supposed to fill to the line. It says 16 ounces, so I went ahead and measured it out just to see if their little measurement thing was the same as mine. This is 16 ounces in my measurement bowl. So let's see. You can either stir it or shake it. I'm going to be shaking mine. Put it on there tight so it doesn't leak out. Shake it until it dissolves. All right, I am about to drink this solution. So, it doesn't smell horrible. I just about know it's not going to taste good, so that's probably why I'm frowning. But, yeah, let me go ahead and drink it down. It's my 5 o'clock prep, 5 p.m. prep. It's not the worst thing I've ever tasted, but of course it's not the best. I can tell that they've tried to put some fruity flavoring in it. It, of course, is thicker than water. It's not syrupy, but it's a little bit of a thicker liquid. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down. Oh. Excuse me. Whew. I would say the quicker the better. Don't guzzle it and make yourself sick, but as you saw, I just drank it steadily because I wanted to hurry up and get finished with it. Oh. So, that was my first one. And then, like I said, it's 5 p.m. now. I have the split dose. So, the next one is going to be at 2 a.m. I have to get up at 2 o'clock and take another 16 ounce. So, I'm going to have to mix these two pouches. Dose 1 and dose 2 is 2 pouches, pouch A and pouch B. So I'm going to have to mix these two in this jar with 16 ounces of water again and drink it down at 2 a.m. So if I'm not feeling too bad, I may come back on camera and do that. I don't know. I don't want to wake my husband up because he's a light sleeper. Excuse me. So, it says after this dose, to follow with at least 5 8-ounce drinks of clear liquid at your own pace within the next 5 ounces. So I have to drink 8 ounces at least 5 times. Follow with at least 5 8-ounce drinks of clear liquid at your own pace within the next 5 hours. So I have to do that by 10 p.m. And all day, like this morning, I had a light breakfast, and I could only choose between, my option 1 was 2 eggs, either fried, over easy, or scrambled, and then 2 white bread slices or 1 plain bagel with butter or jelly. Option 2 is a healthy breakfast, 1 cup of yogurt, no seeds, berries, or nuts, and then 1 banana. And option 3 was 1 egg McMuffin with no meat. If you couldn't do a fresh breakfast, I guess, at home, you had to do a restaurant, option 3 was 1 egg McMuffin with no meat. Okay, and my choices of what I can have, and this is per my doctor's allowance. Anytime after my breakfast this morning, I could have clear liquids, and I could not have anything with the colors of red, purple, orange, or blue. So that canceled out a lot of things for me, and I almost felt like I was starving. I was real hungry, but I didn't, it wasn't much that I could do. So I got the, what do you call it? Italian ice. Here, let me show it to you. So this is what I had, Luigi's Lemon Italian Ice. And it's also strawberry in the pack, but I didn't want to chance it since it said stay away from red. Even though this is colored or whatever with beet juice, which is natural, which is a food. Usually I think you have to stay away from the dye in a food. The dye of a purple, orange, red, or blue. But I didn't even call and ask about it. I just said I'm just going to eat the lemon since it's clear and didn't have any of those dyes or colors in it. So I did the lemon ice. I did one of those since breakfast. This morning I had 2 white, because me and eggs don't agree. I don't do eggs. I don't eat eggs. So I had 2 pieces of white bread, and I had butter on it, and I put it in a toaster. We have grape jelly here, and it didn't say that it had dye in it, but it's still purple, so I didn't do that because it says stay away from purple, orange, blue, or red. So anywho, for dinner, if you want to call it dinner, I'm having chicken broth and then an Italian ice. Now, what I was able to do, according to my doctor, is white grape juice, popsicles, Jello, water, white cranberry juice, tea, beef or chicken broth, black coffee, soft drink. It says a cola is okay. Apple juice, Italian ice, or sorbet. So I wasn't going to go and buy just a whole bunch of stuff up because this is just a one-day thing. So I wanted to get popsicles, but of course it had dye in it and all that, and I don't like banana popsicles. So I didn't do the popsicles. I didn't get white grape juice. I got apple juice, the Italian ice, the broth. And I bought Jello, but once I got home, I saw that it had green dye in it, so couldn't have that. So I'll have some tea also. I didn't get white cranberry juice because I knew after today I probably wouldn't drink it. So we do have a clear soda, so I'm going to have that probably sometime a little later. But yeah, then my other liquids, the other 8 ounces that I have to do 5 times. So I'll do a mix of all that stuff. And anyway, yeah, that's it. My doctor gave me 2 packets of stuff to follow. You're not supposed to eat certain things. Was it 3 days before the procedure? You can't eat certain things. So I won't turn this around because this has my name on it, the doctor and place and all that stuff. But anyway, I got 2 packets of instructions to follow starting 3 days before the procedure, which was 2 days ago. So that's it for now, and I will see you guys maybe in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. All right, so I'll see you. If not, then I'll see you in the morning before the procedure.
Stay in the second lane from right.
Hey guys, it's the morning of the procedure, so we're headed out. Got everything all ready. Had to be to the center an hour before the procedure starts, just to get the IV started and all that good stuff. Couldn't have any makeup on or jewelry, leave your valuables at home, you know, stuff like that. So we are on our way, hitting a little bit of traffic, but hopefully we'll be there on time.
Still pretty this morning.
Tracie. Thank you, mister.
This day, Lord, we thank you, Lord, for just waking us up this morning, first and foremost, Lord God. But even before that, God, you died on the cross, Lord, for the remission of our sins, Lord, for the 39 stripes you took for the healing in our bodies, Lord. We pray for healing right now, God.
Thank you, Lord.
We thank you, Lord, for just a good test, Lord, and good results, Lord God. We believe it by faith, Lord, that there will be nothing found, Lord God. And even if there is, God, we know, Lord, that you've already made provisions for it to be gone and fixed and corrected, Lord. We thank you for delivering her body, Lord, from anything, any impurities, God, that you have not placed in there, God. And we just thank you and praise you. And we just thank you, Lord, for allowing us to call on you, Lord, and to believe in you, Lord, with the faith, Lord, that you will do it and that it is done.
Thank you, Lord.
It is in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Alrighty.
Thank you,
Hold
guys.
on just a minute. You're welcome. Ready? Okay.
Oh, she's struggling.
You got her, Sarah? Yeah.
Oh, it's time for you to go to bed, man.
There you go. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I said that they gave me fentanyl, a different anesthesia than they usually were. And oh, I was groggy.
Still on.
Spent my Sprite on me. I'm back home, and my first meal is grilled chicken sandwich from Wendy's, some fries, and pink lemonade. I was so hungry. So it's the next day. It is the day after my colonoscopy and endoscopy. Unfortunately, yes, I had to have it on Valentine's Day. But nevertheless, everything turned out fine. My procedure was at 8:30 in the morning. And well, we had to be there at 8:30. My procedure started at 9:30. So just wanted to give you a follow-up of what happened yesterday. As you all see, we got up early and got to the endoscopy center. I didn't have it at a hospital. I had it at an endoscopy center that performed colonoscopies and endoscopies. So we went there, and it was very simple. I've had it before, but it was at a different place, so this was a little different. Anyway, as you saw, I drank the prep and did everything that I was supposed to do. Make sure you read your instructions as soon as your doctors give them to you, because as with my mistake, which didn't affect anything, thank God, but I should have read everything as soon as they gave it to me. I didn't read my instructions until like 2 days before, because I knew, I had to do the prep the very next day, which is the day before the procedure, and, start doing stuff. So I read it 2 days before my procedure. Unfortunately, it said that 3 days prior to my procedure, I was supposed to stop eating high fibrous foods and things with nuts and seeds. So as soon as I read that, right before I read my instructions, I'd had that, do y'all remember I did that video about the best sandwich in the world? That was a 9-grain bread, and it had seeds in it, flax seeds and sunflower seeds and other different seeds. And as soon as I read it, I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to call the office, and because it was 2 days prior, and I still had to drink the solution and everything that next day, they said I should be fine. So everything did go fine. So just wanted to, come on and let you know everything went fine, and I'll try to give you a little bit of the details. So while at the endoscopy center, when they were getting the procedure done, I'm going to tell you what they did. After they called me back, they had me undressed, and then they, put me on the little bed or gurney that I was going to be wheeled back on. After I got undressed, the nurse asked me a lot of questions about my history, and that's something I kind of didn't understand, because I'd done this at the doctor. They have my history and everything, but they ask you again that morning. I mean, everything they ask you again. blood work, your symptoms, everything. They ask you again. So I answered the questions, and be very nice to people that are taking care of you too. I know sometimes healthcare workers and people that work in restaurants, they come in contact with some nasty or attitudinal people, but do not act attitudinal with people that are taking care of you, your healthcare providers, the nurses even, as well as the doctors, and waitresses and waiters, people that have your food back there in the back when you're not looking. So I just had to say that, because you see people, attitudinal people at the doctors, angry, disgruntled people, at the hospitals and stuff like that. And I've worked at a healthcare facility before. I've worked at a hospital, and it's hard to take care of people that are kind of nasty or whatever when you have to provide health care for them. So you have to do it anyway, but it's harder. So be very nice, be very kind. So I made sure, I was answering, very nice, very kind. I had a smile on my face and everything. But so she asked me all those questions again, everything. And then they came in, and the lady put the IV in. They couldn't find my veins in my right arm, so they had to go to the left arm. Thank goodness they didn't do a lot of pricking and prodding. She really didn't. She tapped my left arm and tried to get one to pop up, tied that little thing around, got my vein to pop up. And so she got the IV started. The anesthesiologist came in, and she was asking me things that I'm allergic to, and they already knew that I had issues with eggs. So, but anyway, I had to tell her again. The gas, or the thing that goes through your IV, I don't know what it was, but whatever they used to knock you out, the anesthesia, it had eggs or egg volume in it. So they had to give me fentanyl. I'm thinking it was fentanyl. If I'm not mistaken, that's what Michael Jackson was on. And when she said that they had to change it to fentanyl, I was like, oh my goodness, because and they, fentanyl, Fentanyl. So I believe that's what Michael Jackson, the big thing about him was, he was taking too much of that. But anyway, I got a little nervous when they said that, but I was like, okay, I can't, it's just so you can't feel pain during the procedure. So I wasn't too worried about it after I thought about it. But when I heard fentanyl, I was like, oh no. So anyway, they gave me the alternative, which was fentanyl, so that the egg issue wouldn't be a problem. She said, because if your airways close up during the procedure and everything, she said, well, we're all in trouble. And I'm like, yeah, give me the fentanyl. So they said they were going to do that. Okay. Anyway, they wheeled me into the room where they had the procedure done. The doctor met me in there. I already had met him, of course, in my pre-op consultation and at his doctor's office. But he came and said hello and to some niceties and asked me questions. Did I have any questions for him, rather? Asked me, did I have any questions for him? And I didn't have any. They had explained everything pretty well. And so then they put this apparatus around my head, and it kind of stuck in my mouth. It was like a hole. And so, in the pre-op room, the lady had told me what they were going to do as far as the endoscopy. And she said, they're going to put the tube down your throat. She said, but they're going to put a clamp in your mouth first. This is for your teeth, so you don't clamp down on the holes or whatever. And she said, now I have to explain this so you don't get nervous, because she said, because people get nervous and frightened and scared and it can mess up things. She said, there's going to be a period of about 10 seconds where you're going to gag. And, you'll be a little nervous, she said, but I want you to know everything is going to be okay. And just kind of try to relax. I know it's hard, but try to relax. It'll just be about like 10 seconds. And then then I'm going to knock you out with the anesthesia. And I'm like, oh my goodness, really? So when they were putting the clamp on my, in my mouth and everything, I'm just thinking like, oh my goodness. And the nurses, they were being very nice and just talking, asking questions and stuff, while they were getting me ready, and they put like the little pads and stuff to monitor my heart, so little sticky things on you monitor my heart. And they had all these wires and stuff, and the more stuff they put on you, you get a little nervous, but they're really just monitors. So they had the blood pressure cuff on and stuff like that, and my heart had been beating really hard, like for 3 weeks. But this week of the procedure, it didn't. So they were kind of concerned about that, but it was beating fine at the time. So, they were fine with it. For some reason, I had anxiety or something the past 3 weeks. I don't know if it was because the procedure was coming up or what. And I had never had an endoscopy. So, but anyway, she told me that was going to happen. So when they actually put it on me, I didn't get nervous because they had already put something, I don't know if it was coming through the IV or whatever, that kind of relaxed you. So I was thinking about it, but I really didn't, wasn't nervous. So they put that on me, and after that, I didn't remember anything. So I don't know if I actually had the gagging thing going on and I just couldn't remember because of the anesthesia or what. So I don't know if that 10-second span actually happened or if I got knocked out before the 10-second span happened. So, but anyway, I'm glad I didn't remember it. So anyway, the procedure took place, and my husband said that he came back there and the doctor was back there. They were both at my feet just talking. The doctor was telling my husband what he had found or not found or what have you. And my husband was like, you were just knocked out. You kind of came to, but you were knocked out. And so I remember the nurses tapping me. It was like, it's time to get dressed, time to wake up. And I don't know if they helped me get dressed, because when my husband had his, I helped him get dressed and everything. But I guess because the nurses were female and everything, that they were able to get me dressed. So like I said, I can't remember if I got dressed. I would imagine they helped me because I can't even remember anything. I remember getting up off of the bed and they were by my side and I kind of staggered, and they had told me the fentanyl was much more potent than the anesthesia they were going to originally give me. So they said I'd be more like dizzy and kind of out of it and whatever. So that was certainly true, because I don't remember just feeling just so woozy and dizzy, but I know I was because I staggered when they stood me up and getting me to the wheelchair, and another person had to come over. I think it was like 3 people, and they got me in the wheelchair, and I don't even remember actually being wheeled out. I must have just nodded back over or whatever. But I remember, and in the video you can see I was kind of smiling when I came. I don't even remember that. But they got me in the car, and after I got my seatbelt on, I guess I was knocked out. I don't remember anything after that. My husband said I was just knocked out. So he said that I did ask about eating though. Yeah, I know I love to eat. But he was like, I asked about eating. I wanted something to eat because they said to eat something light, and then later on you can resume your diet if you're not vomiting, this, that, and the other. So he took me to Wendy's and got me a grilled chicken sandwich, and I did have some fries because they said don't eat nothing greasy, but I can't eat a sandwich without fries or something. But Wendy's fries ain't greasy. Anyway, I had the grilled chicken sandwich, and it was very good. Like I was starving too, but it was good, and the fries, and I had a pink lemonade. So after my husband got me undressed and got me situated in bed and everything, he did really good. He did a good job. Helping me up. He's a good caretaker. So he got me into bed and everything and brought my food up on the tray. And I remember getting excited because I was hungry, so I got excited to eat. After I ate, I fell back out. I was knocked out again, and I slept for about 3.5 to 4 hours, he said. So anyway, that was basically it. We got up. Well, I stayed in bed. Even after I woke up, I stayed in bed and just kind of laid around. I think I looked at a couple of videos or something. My son got home from school, and we exchanged Valentine cards and candy and stuff like that. And then we went out to a Mexican restaurant for dinner, our favorite Mexican restaurant. So by then, my appetite was good. My post-op diagnosis, basically, the procedure, EGD is my endoscopy with biopsy or for histology, colonoscopy with a colon biopsy. So that was the procedure. I know that's a lot of doctor talk, some that I don't even understand. Basically, it's just that the procedure was endoscopy and colonoscopy. My post-op diagnosis says normal esophagus, as above without signs of esophagitis, columnar lined epithelia or mass. So that's basically saying that I didn't have any cancerous mass or anything, nothing was really wrong with the upper. It was normal. But I did have some non-erosive gastritis, body and antrum, biopsy performed. So I guess they saw some signs of gastritis. So you can look all this stuff up. I can't go into all of it and make the video too long, but you can look up gastritis. So it says non-erosive gastritis, body and antrum, biopsy performed. And then it says mild diverticulosis, sigmoid colon. So the diverticulosis, I knew, that I had diverticulosis. One leads to the other. So one is just like a few little things in your colon, and then the other is you have this actual kind of somewhat of a disease. It's not a disease, but it's just basically grooves or pockets in your colon that food can get trapped in. Like some people have problems with popcorn. Some people have problems with eating nuts and seeds and different little things or hard things that can get trapped in your pockets in your colon, and they can be very, very, very painful. So that probably explains some of the pain that I was having, because I had, different and odd symptoms. I lost my appetite there for a while. I was having pain in my stomach and in my lower back, about in the same spot, front and back. And, just I had some other things going on too. So the doctor just wanted to make sure that everything was fine. So basically, as you see, everything is fine. They didn't find any polyps this time, which is awesome. And but they did do a biopsy. Like they said, they found the mild gastritis or whatever it was. So they're doing a biopsy, and I call for the results next week. So other than that, everything went well, and I'm so excited because of, well, at any age, you need to eat more fiber. So if you're younger and you're watching this, eat more fibrous food. Eat your fruits, eat your vegetables, different things that are roughage in your colon to help wipe down the gunk and stuff in your colon, to help keep it flushed out, so you're going, you're on a regular and everything. I don't want to get too graphic, but this is a colonoscopy video. But you want your bowel, everything to just run smoothly. A lot of people walk around daily. They said most Americans, because of our poor diet, we have diverticulitis or diverticulosis, and a lot of people don't even know it because not a lot of people get colonoscopies. Colonoscopies are not really mandated until you're about 50 years old, and some insurances and plans won't pay for it until you're after 50 years of age. But because of our poor diet in the United States, a lot of people are getting colon issues way ahead of time because we eat so poorly, because we don't eat enough fiber and different things like that. So please eat more fiber, eat things that are good for you. Use all those color schemes in the veggie and fruit world. All that stuff that's purple and green and red and yellow and all that good stuff. And then your vegetables your fruits as well. Your grapes are very good for you. Blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. Eat your oranges too, but some of those other fruits that we don't typically eat, they are very, very good and very, very healthy for us. If you just take your time and pick some sweet fruit, and that's not very hard at all. I've gotten to be a pro at it. If you smell your food, different things tell you how ripe or how good your fruit is. Like blueberries, make sure that they're firm and they're not mushy at all. Make sure that they are very, very bluish. Make sure they're not a light color purplish, like they're turning ripe. Make sure they are ripe and that they're firm, not rock hard, but just firm and not mushy. And those are some good sweet blueberries. Blackberries, make sure that they are basically that blackish color, not light purple and stuff as they're turning ripe, but that they are ripe. And that they don't have any mold or anything on them, and those are good too. Your oranges, make sure the peel is smooth on the outside and that they smell fragrant. That's how you pick a good orange. Make sure that it's heavy for its size. It feels like it has a lot of juice in it, and that it's fragrant. You can smell the orange outside of the peel. So that's a good orange. I won't go through all of them, but I have learned a lot about how to pick some good, juicy, good, sweet fruit. All right. So I hope this helps. If you're feeling any pains or different things like that, don't be afraid of a colonoscopy. You know, I know a lot of people say that it's not good. You know, with any procedure or whatever, there are risks. You know, things can happen. I think there were some few cases of people, you know, when they stick the probe in you and pull it out, it could tear, and that can cause major problems. But go to someone trusted, look up reviews for any of your doctors, but when you're doing your colonoscopy and different things like that, look at your reviews online. Pull up doctors online and watch their reviews, what people say about them, if the people look real that's actually, you know, making the reviews, all that stuff. Be very careful when it comes down to your health and picking a good healthcare provider. All right, so I hope this helped. I hope that I didn't leave anything out. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I just wanted to come on, like I said, I wanted to make this to help people out, and there's a video down below of my husband. He had a hip replacement, and I got, oh my goodness, goo gobs of comments. That's one of my higher videos. Goo gobs of comments and just people saying that this put them at ease and, you know, made them feel better. They're not as scared of getting the surgery and everything. And I know a colonoscopy and endoscopy is not as major as hip surgery, but some people are still nervous, period, about going to doctors and getting procedures done. So hopefully this has helped you in, you know, some way. Please comment down below any questions or any comments if this has helped you or what have you. All right. Love you guys and have a blessed day. Share this video. Please share this video and like this video and subscribe. Love for you to subscribe to Tracie's Place. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.